Hey. All right. Beautiful Thursday morning. Let's get this day off right. Oh, fuck. I did see, because I do watch videos in the morning to kind of mainly wake up, to be honest with you. I saw that, no one cares but me, I guess, that Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, the space satellites that were launched in like the 70s to fly around all the planets and basically check out the solar system. They launched them then because of some alignment going on that once every basically 200 years happens in the solar system. But both of them have reached interstellar space. And now all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but just as sudden as NASA has told the community, that they're sending back irregular messages and data that doesn't make sense. I mean, from the best of my knowledge, from what the video told me, is that it's confused on where it is. I mean, right now it's like because there's a bubble from our sun that we reside in. I think it's called like our hemisphere in the in our little planetary system. And basically, as far as those our sun's solar rays reach, it makes a bubble of sorts. And it's left that bubble. And it's between bubbles, I guess. I would imagine if our sun has a bubble, all the suns have a bubble. So just imagine a bunch of little bubbles, like you were blowing bubbles, all floating in the air, bouncing off each other. Right now, the air in between the bubbles is where the satellites are. And satellites are confused. I mean, they're still sending back like images and, well, I don't know about images. I didn't see no images, but information about where it's at. Information, just working information, I would say, about the system itself. But they're confused on the stuff coming back from Voyager 1. Voyager 2, they didn't say was doing that, but Voyager 1 is way farther than Voyager 2. Even though Voyager 2 was launched first by about 2 weeks. But it's sending back like goofy signals, and it's all mixed up. Now, I mean, speculating what that means, there's a bunch of different things. There's just could be the cosmic radiation that it's hitting, because inside the hemisphere it's kind of shielded from the cosmic radiation. But I mean, regular radiation gets from our sun. So I don't know how different that would be. I'm sure it's different to an extent a little bit. And what could it be? They were speculating maybe aliens are messing with it, or somebody has caught it. Something I was thinking that didn't come up in the video that, I mean, hold on. Freshly squeezed watermelon. But I don't know. I think that whole simulated universe thing, it's where we're in a simulation, that it's more likely than not that we are in a simulation. Now, if that's the case, what would happen if we sense something through the terminals of the simulation? I would think our probe, our satellite, would be confused. Because if we are in a simulation, we are in some sort of program or computer or something to that effect. And we are basically between circuits, I guess that would be. I mean, just imagine if you were playing The Sims, and The Sims, while they're not being controlled, while you're not controlling them, they're running around and they send something out to figure out what's going on in their world. Like Free Guy type thing with Ryan Reynolds. Now, if they set the satellite out, it would probably be okay for as far as they could see. But then once they reached a certain point, it would probably start acting screwy or wonky. It would be malfunctioning in ways. But yeah, that's just... I mean, it's probably not that. It's probably not a simulation. But, I mean, it's fun to dream about that. It's just... you want to know what the hell is going on. You want to get these answers, you know? You want to know if there's life out there, which undoubtedly has to be. If not right now, there has been, and if not right now, there will be. It is just too ginormous for us to be the only freaking life out there. It's an impossibility. And for all you flat earthers who think the earth is flat and everybody's just lying to keep it under wraps, look up. Look at everything. Maybe the stars are too small to tell what kind of shapes they are, but they're circular. Look at the moon. It's circular. You think it's a big picture they're floating by at night? Look at the sun. It's circular. You think we are the one out of the trillions of planets and stars that is the one flat object floating around with life? Really, the one flat object. How is a plane able... How did that lady... Oh, man, what the hell is her name? Amelia Earhart. How did she fly around the world if it was flat? Oh, you stupid idiots. World ain't flat. Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. What's up?
Working.
Working hard. Always good. Oh, shit. Messed that up.
Ow.
Bless you.
Ow. Thanks.
Getting sick?
Did you ever finish talking to Mom?
No, I looked at her messages. It wasn't as mean as I thought they were, but they were basically saying that, hey, I don't need someone telling me to get stuff fixed. I just need someone here so I can tell them how to do it. So basically what she's saying is she just wants someone there so she can boss around. Instead of just coming up there and doing the job right to know how to do it, she just wants, oh, I'd be able to do this if just someone was here to do this. And I'd be here to do this if someone was here to do this. That was everything she was telling me on the text was she'd be able to if someone was there to help her with everything. So it's like, essentially she's blaming us for her house, I guess. She's blaming the fact that we're not up there helping her, the fact that her house is falling apart.
Don't we all have something else that we need to be doing?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, it's like my fucking dishwasher going out and me calling Mom to fucking flip out on her saying it's her fault because she wasn't here for me to tell her how to fix it.
Yeah.
So, it was just 3 or 4 texts of her just telling me that this stuff would be done if we were up there for her to show us how to do it.
But that's the thing. It's not our job. We all have lives.
I know.
I mean, my life literally revolves around just working the kids. But that's kind of a life.
Well, that's what life is. That's your life. Everybody's life is different in their own way. My life is around me and Erica. That's the only life we have right now. Star's life is Star and Chris. And there's ins and outs. There's things that come in and out, and that's just what life is. And as time goes by, life changes and turns and moves and just goes with you. Fluctuates.
Agreed.
And right now, her life is her in that house. And the house is just falling apart. She is just...
And she wants...
Yeah. She's ignoring it, and then another way to blame us for her problems. Even though none of us are there. Because if we were there, it would absolutely be our fault that the house is falling apart. I mean, it's definitely not hers. If anyone was there, it is the other person's fault. No questions asked. It could be a short circuit in her bedroom, and it's my fault upstairs that the power went out. Even though she's messed with the power.
Even though she'd say that you probably plugged into something or some shit.
Yeah. So essentially, her stuff is not done yet because we haven't gotten up there to help her.
Did you tell Star that?
No, I haven't talked to Star yet. I briefly texted her here and there, but I haven't really talked to her yet.
But the thing is, if Mom called and asked for that kind of help, without, like, if she actually called and wanted help and allowed you to help and not just be bossed around.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is none of us want to go up there and be bossed around. Why? all of us want to help her. All of us want to make sure she's doing okay. But none of us want to go up there and fucking be under her thumb for a few hours.
Because we are all adults.
Yes. We want to be an equal person. We want an equal say, an equal right, and equal everything. Especially if we know more or as much as her about said thing. And honestly, when it comes to maintaining your home, I honestly think that she's the worst at it. She should be giving the least amount of fucking advice about any kind of homemaking. If you walk into my home, walk into your home, walk into Star's home, and walk into Mom's home, whose home is the worst looking? Not talking about like how the house looks, not the house itself, but the way the house is maintained. The livable situation in the house. And it is by far, it's by far, it's Mom the worst. She's okay with living around garbage. And
I know my house gets bad when I get depressed. Like when I get there's times when I get really depressed and it makes it hard.
Yeah, well, you need to save that depression for when the kids grow up. Because right now, they need you.
Oh, no, I know. Just that's why I see a therapist.
Yeah, well, I mean...
That's why I see someone.
Depression's a part of life, and it sucks. Everyone gets depressed. Everyone has their sad story. Everybody's had shit happen to them. But especially with kids, you need to be a strong woman for those babies. You have the most weight on your shoulders with those kids. And honestly, in my opinion, if you're alone, be depressed. But when you're around the kids, you be a fucking mom. Be a good mom.
Oh, no, I've never not been a mom.
No, I know, I'm just saying.
When I'm drained because of it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. My whole outlook on things have changed since my world got turned upside down. So I look at things a lot differently now.
Someone's in the office. I think that's crazy.
Oh. But Mom's house is... And she has no reason why it shouldn't be clean. None.
No, because she's the only person up there.
She's the only one there. She cannot blame nobody else. And I'm sure like her little living room area and maybe the kitchen area could be cleaned up. But when you start roaming throughout the house and just see rooms covered with like boxes and junk and old stuff and trinkets and shit, it gets worse and worse the farther away you go from her living area. When you start roaming into different rooms, oh, buddy, what the fuck are you doing? It gets rough. And she always says like she has to get out of the house. She has to get out of the house. I mean, that drives me nuts. Because once she gets out of the house, she goes out to spend money. And when she goes to spend money, she doesn't have money coming in. So it's going to dry up soon, and she's going to bury herself in junk and basically lose everything.
She's about to get to that point.
She has to be. There's no way she couldn't be. You cannot buy all that stuff she constantly buys with no money coming in for over a year and still be okay.
I agree. And she keeps wanting to buy more stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Memorial Day, she was going to buy rugs off of some guy. That's her reason for not coming up for the cookout. Because the only time he could meet was on Memorial Day, right in the heart of the cookout. So, I mean, I don't know. She's aggravating.
I know. I agree.
Oh boy. I did just see that, I guess, do you know what Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 are?
That sounds like something with space.
Yeah, they're satellites that were launched basically in the 70s. They were a series of 2 satellites that were basically going to just basically check out each planet in the solar system. They did like a slingshot effect because the planetary system was lined up a certain way, which only does once every like 200 years. But I guess they just reached like interstellar space a few years back, to where they are out of the planetary system, but they're still kind of functioning. They're still like sending back like pictures and data and stuff like that and information. And I guess recently Voyager 1 has been sending back all kinds of fucked up weird data, to where like it doesn't know where it's at all of a sudden. It's sending data that's wrong, but they say it's not malfunctioning, it's just there's something going on with it. But it's like in between bubbles of solar systems right now, and for some reason it's all fucking confused. And it's still sending data back to Earth, so that part is working, but the data it's sending, it's like wrong, or it's weird. So it was just something cool to see, because I mean, who knows? Maybe when you leave the fucking hemisphere of the solar system, something crazy is happening. Maybe aliens got a hold of it. Maybe the cosmic radiation is fucking with the systems. Maybe we are in a simulation and it reached the circuit breaker. I don't know. But it's kind of cool. It's different stuff. That's more up of Neil deGrasse Tyson's area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh. You see all those Stranger Things yet?
I haven't even started to watch it. I've had so much stuff going on at home, and my classes are starting to.
Have you played the new Phasmophobia yet? The update?
Has it come out?
No, the update that you're talking about.
No, it hasn't come out yet. I don't think it has.
Oh. So when was the last time you played Phasmophobia?
It's been a while. Like I said, I haven't been able to. Like even yesterday, I got on to play GTA for a little bit, and I honestly had to get off. I just couldn't do it.
Well, that has nothing to do with time. You were probably just didn't want to do it. You weren't feeling it. I mean,
I wasn't feeling really anything yesterday. I was at the kids, had a doctor's appointment, so went to do that. When I got home, I was just done.
Yeah, well, those days happen. I mean, it's not so much out of time. It's just you're beat. You're tired. You're run down.
Well, I've been feeling like that for a couple of days, so.
Go back to your grapefruit diet.
It's not that. It's really expensive to maintain when you're paying out of pocket.
Yeah, I know.
Like $3 for one.
Yeah. Well, change it up. Go to cheaper fruits. Buy a bag of apples for like $5 for like 10 of them. Buy a bag of oranges.
I was going to say, I have a bag of oranges that I've been eating out of. I just don't take them all because the kids like to eat them too.
Okay, well, you like them too. There's 3 of you there. You are the one paying for them.
Yep.
So if you like something, take it. I mean, it's not like you're eating their fucking candy on them. I mean, it's there. They could see it. While they're eating all the candy, you could be eating all the healthy shit. And if it's good, if everyone eats it, everyone eats it. Just, I mean, diet has a lot to do with how you feel. If you eat shit, you kind of feel like shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it goes. I mean, if you eat a lot of sugars, a lot of fatty stuff, a lot of carbs, a lot of breads, a lot of pastas, you're gonna feel down, drained, crappy. You start eating
I've been eating a lot better. I've been trying to.
That's the hard part, is actually doing it. I mean, that's like the hardest thing to change, I think, in life is your eating habits.